Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Because of fornication, let each man have his own wife, and let each woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife her due, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife has no power over her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband has no power over his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one another, except it be consent for a season, that ye may be given yourself unto prayer, and may be together again, that Satan tempt you not because of your incontinencies. But this I say by way of concession, not of commandment. Yet I would that all men were, even as I myself. Howbeit each man hath his own gift from God, one after this manner, and another after that. But I say to the unmarried and to the widow, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they have not contingency, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn. But unto the married I give charge, ye not. I but the Lord, that the wife depart not from her husband, but should she depart, let her remain unmarried, or else be reconciled to her husband. And that the husband leave not his wife, but to the rest say, I not the Lord. If any brother has unbelieving wife, and she is content to dwell with him, let him not leave her. And the woman that has an unbelieving husband, and he is content to dwell with her, let her not leave her husband. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified in the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified in the brother, else were your children unclean. But now are they holy. Yet if the unbelieving departeth, let him depart. The brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God hath called us in peace. For how knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband, or how knowest thou, O husband, whether thou shalt save thy wife? Only as the Lord has distributed to each man as God has called each, so let him walk. And so ordain I in all churches. Was any man called being circumcised, let him not become uncircumcised. Has any been called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing but the keeping of the commandments of God. Let each man abide in that calling wherein he was called. Was thou called, being a bondservant? Care not for it. Nay, even thou canst become free, use it rather. For he that was called in the Lord, being a bondservant, is the Lord's freedman. Likewise, he that was called being free is Christ's bondservant. Ye were bought with a price, not bondservant of men. Brethren, let each man wherein he was called, therein abide with God. Now concerning virgins, I have no commandments of the Lord, but I give my judgment as one that has obtained mercy of the Lord to be trustworthy. I think therefore that this good by reason of distress that is upon us, namely that it is good for a man to be as he is. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife. But shouldest thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she has not sinned. Yet such shall have tribulations in the flesh, and I would spare you. But this I say, brethren, the time is shortened, that henceforth both those who have wives may be as though they had none, and those that weep as though they wept not, and those that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and those that buy as though they possess not, and those that use the world as not, using it to the full. For the fashion of this world passes away, but I would have you to be free from the cares. He that is unmarried is careful for the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he that is married is careful for the things of the world, but he may please his wife, and is divided. So also the woman that is unmarried and the virgin is careful for the things of the Lord. She may be holy both in body and in spirit. But she that is married is careful for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. And this I say for your own profit, not that I might cast a snare upon you, but for that which is seemingly, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distractions. But if any man thinketh that he behaveth himself unseemly towards the virgin daughter, if she be past the flower of her age, if need so requireth, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry. But he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but hath powers touching his own will, or hath determined this in his own heart to keep his own virgin daughter, shall do well. So then both he that goeth his own virgin daughter in marriage doeth well, and he that giveth her not in marriage shall do better. A wife is bound for so long as time as her husband liveth, but if the husband be dead, she is free to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. But she is happier if she abideth, and as she is after my judgment. And I think that also I have the Spirit of God. This was the first book of Corinthians, chapter 7.